Hi guys, and welcome to another stream with me, Mike, aka Damn Prophet. And ooh, it's a bit of a cold one today, but we're tucked away in our little cave. Our Destiny 2 cave it is today, and we are going to be working on turning off that audio, in all honesty. So, and that one. So we're ultimately going to be doing today, working on Destiny 2's Curse of Osiris, and as you can see we're in HQ. We're going to be working on the Curse of Osiris stuff today, and we are also going to be working on the Dawning stuff, just having a bit of a doss around in Destiny 2, and we'll probably be moving on in the afternoon, moving on to Wildlands, so we can go and do another Predator strike. So, stick around, say hi, what you need to do. Let's go into the live environment now. Here we are, we're on Titan. We've just recently been to the tower and picked up a schematic for Devrim K. There it is. We gotta go and defeat fanatics now. With Vex. So that's going to be an IO thing or something. So we're rocking. We are rocking Nameless Midnight at 305. Most of my stuff on this is 305, but we have been getting 316s. Some ghost shells, some armors and stuff. So, you know, we're 310. We know we're a bit behind. But we're going to go and find Alkane. So we're just going to go, we're going to collect 10 pieces of Alkane. Then go and shoot 30 fanatics. And we've done Devrim K's. Wonderful. Oh. Who's out? Why? Hey, fella. Hey, you back up. What I'm looking for. Right, so we're just looking for Alkane. We're not going to be spending all the time in here. Yeah, I'm beginning to think that, you know, they've made a few patches to the Dawning, which seems to be more interesting now. I really didn't have any passion whatsoever. Hello, fella. Where's he gone? Dumb, stupid hunter jump. Let's get my... Where is he? But he's gone. But he's legged it. Stupid thing! I need to get a rocket launcher up and I need to get my rocket launcher back. I don't like all this fusion rifle stuff. Well, I should. I know, I do like my fusion rifle. It's my secondary that's no good. I wish you could have shotguns in secondaries again. Oh, because it'd be too much like Halo. No, I don't want to start the patrol. I don't want to start... Where is it? Oh, it's a collector. I might as well do it. So, yeah. I wish you could just have shotguns back. How did he duck that? The impossible dregs. Is that dude back again? Where's that coming from? Ah, there you are, sausage. Cheers, buddy. I'll buy that for $1. I'm not fussed. I know there's a door here. Oh, look, there's a world. I did not know there was a door there. There we go. The fanatics are going to be the hard ones. Where am I going to get fanatics from? How many have we done on the... Wrong bit. 4. 6 more to get. Just go mooching around. They're pretty easy to find. I mean, the Alkane's not really that much of a problem. Well, miserable, miserable son of a sea. Just double check all these little locations for stuff to do. Has any regen around here? Wow. I just thought that was a completely different area then. Mental, I was looking at that up there. I just thought it was weird. It just looked like it wasn't meant to be there. Okay. So... no, we'll go over the other side. Ah. How handy. Get driving right. Come on. I'm sure it's actually quicker to just walk through this. With the amount of times you hit walls and stuff. We will start here and work our way around. La 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 la. There's one. Yeah, let's go back to the big room. We don't want to go in there. Do 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 do. Scan something. Well, I'm shocked. Well, obviously, you know, Bungie's probably turned off the "it's in abundance when you don't need it" to oh, you need this stuff now. You can't have it. I was on Titan the other day and I was literally tripping over this stuff. Nowhere to be seen. This is bollocks. Sit down, son. Wait, well, there's none in there. He's round the corner. Usually there's a region chest that drops around here. Sometimes. So on separate news though, if you didn't actually know, or if you've not been keeping an eye on Tinterweb, that there is a secret. Bungie's done this comic for the Curse of Osiris, which I'm not, you know, I'm neither here nor there. I don't mind expanded universe, and I do think that this is some of the history of Osiris and why he was booted from the Vanguard. So, you know, that bit doesn't bother me. What does bother me is the fact that it potentially could have been in the game. Now, I think it happened so long ago, I don't think it matters. Realistically. But if you don't know that there is a secret Morse code message in the game, which allows you... Can I just walk across here? Oh yeah. Little secret ways that allows you to unlock a emblem. That's a little thing, but it's on the front cover of the magazine, and it's been done really well, in all honesty. So it is Morse code, and I think it's really cool, and I have the code to give away. So what I will do, I can hear it grumbling. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the code... That's a good idea, actually. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the code into... I am just randomly typing stuff now somewhere. Right, so I am going to put this code into here. So, that is the code that you need to go to Bungie.net to enter in to win, well, not to win, but to get the visionary... One more. I need one more. Come on, there's got to be one more kicking around. How long have we got for this? God, I thought that was a load of it then, if you look over there. Just a load of landing lights. So the code is on the website, in chat. That code will get you the visionary emblem. Oh, sorry. Where the hell are these things? Oh. Watch this. One more arcane bit, and I bet you it takes bloody ages to find it now. I should just really jog back to the other map. It would be easier. There's usually one either there it is. Oh, and it's under a chest as well. Handy. Right, so was that it? We are 50% done. So So we need to go and defeat 30 fanatics now. And where's the best mission to do that? Is the audio not on? Such a knobber at times, I tell you. Well, we know that that's going to be on...
I'm reading signs of hive ritual activity, Guardian. Up for it? You've handled this before.
Always run the wrong way.
They must really love this spot.
The hive do require precise conditions for their rituals.
Portal destabilized. Ready? Another day, another night.
Another demoralizing defeat for the hive. I've lost count of your victories, but I know there will be many more.
Yeah, I'll buy that for $1. That was awesome. I did enjoy that. Immense. Is that's heroic? Yeah, I'll buy that for $1. Couldn't have timed that arc blade any better, really, in all honesty. I'll get rid of that one. That was brilliant. I'll take that to 307. That's 312 anyway. Delete. Delete. So, not gonna lie, that was pretty cool. Right, we can get out of there now. Well, should we go and see Sloane? Nah, well, let's just... did that just say do 3 patrols? Walk the beat, complete 3 patrols, loot a lost section of Siren's Watch. Where the hell am I? I'm in the rig. Funny. Should I do 3 patrols? Not on this side, we're not. We just need kill. Oh, we'll come back and do that. It's fine. I thought Nessus was the one that was full of... Yeah, there we go. So we need the boomy booms. What's this one doing? It's not that one. It's not that one. There was one of these missions which had... No. Mercury's not got the boomy booms on. So which one is... What was the mission where we had to go down... damn it, it was the mission. I know which one it is. It was on Nessus where we had to get the travelling pad, the warp gate thing for... Why can't you just replay the missions like you could in Destiny 1? I need the Boomy Boom Vex. And the worst bit is, I hate the fact that you can't just go, I want to play that strike. That's what I mean. This one's not exactly the easiest. Vex Fanatics. Where am I going to get Vex Fanatics from? Why is my hand glowing red? My hand was just glowing red. Okay, maybe nothing. I forgot I didn't log on to this yesterday for the PlayStation to do Day 1 of the Dawning, but we'll switch out to Xbox once we've done this. Well, we'll have a crack into this for a bit. They got all night. There's no rush. That's not. I bet that Lost Sector's got some in though. In fact, I'm sure that Lost Sector's got some Fanatics in. Uh-oh.
Pretty sure these things are making extremely poor life decisions. See if you can go talk them out of it.
What the hell?
I almost feel sorry for them, you know? Right up until they tried to shoot us, that is.
It's a doorway. I just want some angry ones, come on. Can't be any... The Vex Fanatics can't be far away. No fanatics as yet. I think the fanatics are going to be the boomy boom things, aren't they? Okay, why can't he grab that? What? Okay. This does not seem to be working for some reason. No fanatics though. Oh, is this at the bottom of that well? No. Right. So, that is not what I was looking for, in all honesty. Not the Chamber of the Sky, not Glade of Echoes. We'll try Chamber of Water and we'll work from there. Oh God, I hate when you go do missions. The only way to do it is do strikes. We're going to have to do strikes up until we hit one with all the boom booms, unless we go back to Ikora. Well, is that another quantum hydra down here then? No. Just the standard one. Please be Vexpire, please be Vexpire, please be Vexpire. Is that Vexpire?
Alert! I'm detecting abnormal Vex activity in a local quadrant.
Hell yeah.
These Vex, they're building something.
Calculating probabilities. Yes, they are.
Two things.
Fanatics. Another fanatic. But they're not. Na 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 na.
Why would they leave these plates around if they get so angry when anyone steps on them?
Not expect that. Shit. Sit down, son.
Fire down.
As inorganic networked intelligences, Vex are not capable of digestion.
Yeah, thanks. Eat that anyway. Inorganic networked intelligences.
Did that get some done? 10 of 30. Okay. I can live with that. Major Shaky, hi. Right. Based upon that then, I just need to do 3 more public events with fanatics in. We got any coming up? We'll work our way around to the tangle. I am not too bad. How are you doing? I am quite enjoying this dawning that's in Destiny 2 at the moment. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. What about you? You good? Oh, I'm not bothered by this. Can I punch my way through a whole lost sector? This is going to be completely pointless. This is going to be completely pointless. See? I told you. Don't bother. Yeah, you looking forward to Christmas? I seem to be working for most of it, but we get days off to enjoy stuff like this. And Squidface will be with us tomorrow. So, by the way, if you're in chat as well, Mr. Shaky, if you do play Destiny, type that code in and very nice. Or type that code in if you do play Destiny 2 by any chance, and you will get the Vision emblem for reading Destiny's comic book that is available on Bungie.net. Which way am I going? The right way. It's a nice little feature. But they've just done this comic book about the Curse of Osiris, and in it was Morse code, and it pulled that code out, and you can get yourself a free emblem. Isn't this the one with the fanatics? Otherwise, I'm going to be forever trying to get these bloody fanatics. I suppose I could just play the Curse of Osiris and get the fanatics that way. There's one! Now that looked like a fanatic. Yep, that's the one. That's the code you need. Just go to bungie.net and log in, and you'll be able to put that code straight in, and it will unlock the emblem for your accounts. And punch. Oh, no worries. Have a look at the comic as well. The comic's free, so it's not going to cost you anything. If you do play Destiny and you do like Osiris, how long have I been streaming for? In total? Kind of on and off for 2 years. I think 2 years. Today, about 51 minutes. Yeah, it's kind of a bit of an on and off thing for me. I don't really, you know, I just do it for fun more than anything. And, you know, I just kind of took it up more as a hobby than anything. Just to, I always play video games, and before all kind of Twitch and that lot was big, or, you know, kind of bigger than what it was now. When Destiny 1 first came out, oh, it's you. I started streaming back in when I started playing Destiny 1. Kind of before you had like your Gathalions and your Professor Bronans and all that. Well, no, about the same time. We started doing it at the same time. And, I mean, they'd done Borderlands 3 and etc, etc. Borderlands 2. Not 3. And I just got Destiny and I started playing it, and then eventually I was kind of like, well, you know, I started watching streams. I was thinking, oh, I can do that. So I got myself a HD 60 capture card and just started streaming. I mean, most of the time it's not. Now, I mean, I know you've got streaming built into like Xboxes now and PlayStation 4s and all that kind of jazz, but you know, before all that was probably readily available, you know, it was a laptop, USB capture card. I did a lot of learning as well. Vex, 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 Vex. Is it Vex? That's a Vex Spire.
Alert! I'm detecting abnormal Vex activity in a local quadrant.
That's what I want. Abnormal Vex activity. So I kind of did it for like 2 years.
These Vex, they're building something.
Calculating probabilities. Yes, they are.
Shield boys are one. Sorry dude, if I don't get very chatty at the minute, I'm just trying to get this done. I'd say streaming, once you get the kind of, with streaming, the real art to it is you can spend thousands upon thousands getting all, like, you know, the right different types of kit you need, and what the hell's that? So, you know, it's more of a get off. I missed the disruptor, dude. We've lost the integration. Someone's not covering the main base.
Why would they leave these plates around if they get so angry when anyone steps on them?
Damn it. Keep rotating with the shield, you don't need to worry about it. Sorry buddy, it might not look like I'm being too chatty at the minute, but I'll just this is going to get fun and funky in a minute. Who's shooting me from behind?
Fire down. Eat that.
As inorganic networked intelligences, Vex are not capable of digestion.
Am I interested in joining streaming communities?
Eat
Yeah.
that
I mean,
anyway. Inorganic network
it's part of the problem is with me mostly is just time, because it's just, you know, I'm a dad, and you know, trying to find time to do consistent streaming's hard, and you know, my family always comes first. But I'd love joining the streaming community because it's just, I love doing it, and I raise money for charity doing it. So that's probably 20 now. I love doing it because I raise money for charity. I help special effect raise money. I need 5 more. Oh. So I love doing it because it's fun. I meet interesting people. I get to play. I'm just doing what I do normally, which is just play games. Oh, that's pretty cool. What community do you run? That's pretty sweet. I mean, there used to be a time that well, there was a time when I was in between jobs, and I spent an awful long time, about 6 months, and I did nothing but stream, and that's what got me to the level that I'm at now with my stream. I saw something. How does one get into... Is there somewhere I need to go? A website I need to go to? Is this where I'm at? Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, mate, absolutely. Like I said, I love doing this kind of stuff, and you know, I've never really kind of concentrated on growing my channel too much. It's just more of organic growth more than anything. Yeah, just send me the 3 links, mate. I'll join. Brilliant. Cheers, buddy. I just need 5 more fanatics and oh, there we go. So where's this next? I can't remember what that one is. That's not Vex. That's not got it. Neither's that. Ugh. Which one's that one? That's a drill, that's not Vex side. Yeah, the best bit about streaming, I think, is just that you're not doing anything more than you normally do anywhere. You know, it's and it's a nice relief. You know, it's an easy way for me to talk to people and de-stress a little bit, and but at the same time talk about games, because you know I'll run my own website, try to when I get time, and you know I also. You know, I'm a big collector of games, and it really just helps me. You know, there's a lot of my family don't like talking about games because they think I'm 40 and I'm stupid. So, you know, I don't really care. That's my hobby. It's my way of relaxing, and I just enjoy doing it. And when I found out I could stream and people could watch and, you know, help out and participate and stuff like that, it just made sense to me to do it. You know, I'm not the best gamer in the world. You know, I'd love to kind of do the 8 hours a day. I'd love to do the 8 hours a day, full-time streamer. And who wouldn't? You know, if I could probably earn the income from it, I probably would. But it doesn't work like that, unfortunately. Where am I going to find 5 more fanatics? I can't remember if that's the one. Dude. That's exactly the same thing that I say. That is exactly the same thing I say. You know, so I work in a game shop at the moment. And, well, I work in a game shop, full stop. I might not do full time after Christmas because I've got another job. But parents come in and kids buy games and they're just like, oh, you know, I find games a complete waste of time and money. You know, I wish he was out playing with his friends. And you have to turn around and say, well, yeah. So your kid can be anywhere doing anything with anyone and you're fine with that. But the moment that they say they want to play video games and stay in the house, they're terrible. And it just it's a backwards mentality for me. You know, in fact, my daughter plays games, and you know, the one thing I can say is that she's here in the house. I know exactly where she is. Definitely right there, my friend. Kids are safer at home. The idea of playing out on the streets till any hours. I mean, when I was, you know, I'm going to sound like old fart Ramp Diggins now, but when I was a kid, you could play out till God knows what time. You know, I remember days when you'd come back and it was pitch black at night. You never will, you know, I never turned around and worried about someone snatching me in a car or, you know, bad things happening. Or getting into drugs. Oh, I thought there were some tech on the side that was counting, but it wasn't. You know, I never worried about stuff like that. You know, if the worst thing that my kid might get into is getting a bit worried about Overwatch loot boxes, I think you got a nice easy life on that front then. Exactly. The point is nowadays is that I think we've normalised alcohol to the point, you know, there are whole TV programs. I know, don't get me wrong. You know, I'm the worst one to talk. We've all been there. You've been out. You had a few nights out with your mates, and you know you've got a bit too drunk. But there are TV programs now that just seem to normalise kids going out and getting absolutely paralytic. No, as much as I want my daughter to have like a normal life and, you know, to go out and be an adult, you know, the one thing I've learned being a dad is what I thought was cool as a kid, actually not. You're just stupid. And you're right. The parents, you know, sometimes the parents afterwards turn around and say, you know, I wish what happened to my little girl or boy, and how did this happen, and, you know, things should change. And we change our entire culture, but not our mentality around the problem. You know, everything can be taken out of context and used badly. You know, everyone. I can't even remember how long the debate around are violent video games bad for kids. You know, little Jimmy goes and plays Grand Theft Auto and suddenly he's going to turn into a prostitute beater. You know, it just... Yeah, exactly. Exactly what you said in your last comments. They think if they go out and you don't remember the night and you end up in a gutter somewhere covered in vomit, and that's a good night. It's like, no. The sheer point of having a good night out is having a good night out. Oh, come on, there's got to be another... Oh, I've got to the wrong place. That's the bloody drill port thing. Urgh. You know, the worst thing that my parents ever had to say to me was that I was spending too much money on video games, and that was back in the day when the cassettes for the Commodore, well, even Amiga games were like $9.99. Oh. You know, you think nowadays, you know, but the great thing is with games nowadays, even, you know, like stuff we're playing, Destiny, Overwatch and all that, you can just buy a video game and it can last, you know, Destiny 1 lasted me for years. Well, a year. Yeah, 3 years. Alright, so I had to put a bit more money into it. But that was no... Oh, is that... Which one's that one? Not that one. Which one's that one? No, on the Vex one, which is going to be this one. Probably either that. And, you know, so what? You might spend 180 quid on a video game total over 3 years. Well, I mean, that's not bad, really, considering. It could be a lot worse than that. A lot worse than that. I'm back here. It's either going to be in all honesty, you saying 40 quid on Coke as in the drink probably wouldn't have even surprised me, the price of that bloody stuff at the minute. But no, you're dead right. And the thing is now, I mean, working in my local game store is a proper eye opener. That when people, games are, you know, as much as we like to say that games are 40 quid, Destiny 2 is 20 quid at the minute. Wolfenstein 2 is 25 quid. You know, 35 quid FIFA 18. Call of Duty's 42. But if you probably searched around, I mean, this morning, just to give you a good example of getting a very good game for next to no money, Tesco's made a mistake this morning, and they were selling I heard a chest. And they were selling South Park: The Fractured But Whole Deluxe Edition for £3.99, and the Dishonored collection, the whole Dishonored, 2 for 25 quid. But they were doing the whole Dishonored collection, so Dishonored Definitive Edition, Dishonored 2, and Dishonored Death of the Outsider, $7.99. It was an accident, I know, but it just goes to show, if you do a bit of due diligence on stuff.
Attention all crew members. Incoming fallen craft with elevated ether signatures.
Buy that for $1. So, you know, when people turn around, if you really do your shopping well... Ah, it's the wrong one.
The Fallen are feeding on that servitor.
That is very bad news. Please stop them. Don't be silly. Machines can't feel anger.
Boom! Ouch!
Eat that, Fallen. Yeah. Servitors make sentient machines look bad.
I'm sorry, that's impossible. I always look good.
Whoa. That couldn't have gone any easier. It was just the wrong one. So yeah, I mean, it's... You know, you just spend a bit of time looking round. What's that one going to be? Hallows. That's not Vex. That's going to be... That's not it either. We need the Tangle. The Tangle's going to be the one we want. Or the Hallows. Which one's that one going to be? We'll check it out. And that's... Oh, there is a Vex one at the other one. Damn it. And for me personally, you know, when games nowadays, why buy new? That's dumb. You know, there are certain games that, you know, oh, that made my tummy go funny. Oh, that made my tummy go even funnier, and that's better. Oh, you know, I understand everyone wants to get brand new games, and I do not remember this bit. Why do you not remember this bit? But you know, sometimes there's just games that I wouldn't personally touch brand new with a barge pole. You know, I think we're doing like the Division at the minute, right? In game. Oh, that's a long way down. I forgot all about this one. There's one. Hello, fella. Look who's just stood there waiting for me. Oh, please tell me there's more. Please tell me there's more. Hey! That's pretty cool. I agree with that.
These Vex, they're building something.
Calculating probabilities.
Building a pain in my ass. That's what they're
Yes,
doing.
they are.
There's the...
Alert. I'm detecting abnormal Vex activity in a local quadrant.
Where is he? There he is. Two. Three. 4. Ah! Got it. I'm not bothered now. We can bug out. I got what I wanted. Yeah. So I'm a little bit different. So I buy my PS is my second console. Can we just go now? So the PS is my second console. I play majority on Xbox. Destiny's mainly where I play. You know, my PS I buy for certain games. It's like some of the exclusives: Horizon Zero Dawn. I forgot the name of it. Horizon Zero Dawn and things like No Man's Sky and Bloodborne and things like that. And primarily I play on Xbox. But I do exactly the same thing. I buy everything in the game. You know, I buy deals in the game store. I buy deals when they're on offer on the Xbox store, or I do games in where I work. Last of Us, yes, of course, I know. Go on, start reeling off the list of PlayStation exclusives. But you know, I've always been an Xbox player, so. My history with consoles used to be that when the PlayStation 1 came out, I was a huge PlayStation 1 fan, huge PlayStation 2. I then got an Xbox 360, and I had an original Xbox, one of the OG ones with the Duke original controllers, and I just liked my Xbox more when it first came out. But I still was a massive PlayStation fan back then, and I still am to some extent now. It's just that I think with the PlayStation 4 they made a really good console. Then all the accessories they tack onto it are tat. I mean, these things are 2 to a penny. The amount we have to replace or break or stuff that goes wrong with them. When my Xbox One controls are built like tanks, and I like the Xbox One controllers. That's it. But I never turn. I've still got my PlayStation 1. I've got 2 PlayStation 2s, 2 PlayStation 3s. A PlayStation 4 Destiny Limited Edition. I'm going to get a Pro again. I did have a Pro, but I got rid of it. I didn't need it, if you know what I mean. But now I've kind of gone back to an old PlayStation 4. I want my Pro back because it dealt with some things a lot better than like. I mean, I don't have any 4K screens, but just like menu loading. Graphic loading, having things on screen just seem to be able to deal with more than what the standard PlayStation does. And it shrinks, and obviously it shrinks 4K down to 1080p, so it subsamples. Right, and duplicate. I I hate this game at times. I hate this game with a passion at times. Like, you see that little juddering in the menu system. I mean, I don't know if you saw that when you're working, and there's just like sometimes it just judders, and it's just like the control system in the PlayStation really struggles to cope with the base power is too. Hold on then, you tell me that this has got a booster on. Okay, it's got a mod on. So it's little things like that that just the Pro, you know, I want my Pro back.
This war.
Let's go and pick up my duplicate gloves.
Check.
So I'm rocking a 315, and then they drop me a 313. This stuff's ripping the piss now. The Mechaneer's sleeves. No, don't get me wrong, mate. There's nothing wrong with normal PS4s, in all honesty. It's just that there's... The thing with the PS4 Pro is once you use one and go back, you start to see all the bits and limitations that the standard PS4's got. But if you've never used a Pro and you've never seen the fact that like menu systems have no judder, load times are decreased, and all those little things, and like on-screen slowdown becomes a thing of the past. You know, when you're doing public events in Destiny and the screen starts juddering because too much is happening, that really doesn't happen on a Pro. And you just get to a point where... Where have we got now? You just get to a point when you're just playing stuff and you're just like...
Weren't you just here, Guardian? Hey! Show the Legion who's boss, Guardian. Show them that they can't mess with us.
303, 303, 303. That's a pulse rifle. Has this got purple on? Oh, I'll take it to 303, 308. No, don't waste the...
Stay here on Earth if you can. Less complicated.
So yeah, it's just little things like that that you just start to see and you start to feel a little bit.
Same since the Red Legion.
That's where it was. There was a... That's 313.
Let's talk. Every little bit helps. Trust me.
That's going to take that to 318. Yeah, stuff that. I'll do that. So I got a pulse and a scout. That's fine. Get rid.
No, you've been there a while. Yeah.
305. We got an Icarus drift there. Yeah. So I mean, it's just it's not knocking the PS4, the normal PS4 at all. It's just a case of it's kind of like driving a Porsche Boxster and then going trying the 911 GT3 and then coming back to your Boxster and going, oh yeah. Didn't notice that before. And you know, little things like that that you kind of go, oh, yeah. I never finished my flashpoint on Titan. Oh, we're going to do that in a minute. So you kind of get to a point where you're like, yeah, oh, and it really is. I mean, I cannot state quite categorically enough just how it just changes everything. In all honesty, that, you know, playing with the Pro. I'm trying to get my microphone right, so I do apologise if it's making a bit of noise. You know, just playing with the Pro just makes it that little bit better. I don't know how that works. In all honesty, it does. It just things load quicker, things load better. You get an upgrade in graphics, you get an updating speed. You know, and it's just, you know, being out of work for a couple of months, but being in work but not earning enough meant that I had to sell a couple of things just to pay the bills. Being a dad, and my Pro and my Xbox One X were one of the things that had to go. And but luckily, I am going to get another Pro. I am going to. I'm determined. And I've already got my X on reserve. I can't stay away from my Xbox One X for too long.
Ah, cheers.
It's just, what the, stop giving me bikes. Let's have a look what else we've got to do. Well, I need one more heroic strike to complete the heroic strike's powerful engram and flashpoint on Titan, so that's where we're going to go. What's that blue one over there?
4 arms, and still I'm a better shot than you.
And, you know, there's... Yeah, so anyway, going back to what I was actually talking about. So, yeah, I mean, I've always been a PlayStation fan, and I've always been an Xbox fan. I have a bunch of mates on one, a bunch of mates on the other. And but strangely enough, ever since we've kind of... A lot of us were bonded through Destiny and games that we play, you know, or COD. And, you know, with Advanced Warfare and, you know, Black Ops 3 not being much of what I would call a brilliant COD. You know, most of them don't want to buy World War II, or they've bought World War II and I've bought it on one platform because, like I said, I primarily play Xbox, so I don't really buy them on duplicate platforms anymore. I did, but I don't now.
Did you wish to discuss something?
What's that symbol there for? Where does it say talk to Ikora? Oh yeah, that's the Curse of Osiris stuff. Let's go to Titan, finish off the... We'll finish off what we were doing there. So yeah, I just kind of got to a point when I was like, yeah, enough's enough. I'm choosing one above the other. I chose my Xbox, but my PlayStation still has certain things on it. And, you know, I'm not really too fussed if there's 900p versus 1080p and all that. You can't tell the frigging difference. You know, there might be a slight bit of mechanical slowdown in places, but I'm experiencing that on both consoles now, so I don't really care. I want to play on what I enjoy. I play Destiny on PS4 because hopefully I rejoice that, you know, some of my mates play Destiny on PS4, so I want to keep that up. I play Destiny on Xbox One. I like Destiny. Play Halo. I've got to try and get back into Ghost Recon Wildlands though, because I want to do the Predator missions. And do the Predator mission. I had a go at it. Didn't do very well, but you know, bit of practice makes perfect and all that. What I'm going to try and do actually is all the patrols are crap. Let's go and do a collecty one. That's alright, mate.
Peak efficiency out here, we'll need every advantage. Supplies, supplies, supplies. You know how it goes.
I've actually got a quiet period in my life at the moment because God bless her, my beautiful wife and baby boy are in Spain, so they're having Christmas over in Spain with their family because they've flown in from South America, and that means that I get to have a bit of quiet time before Christmas. The thing is, I was like that when I was a PlayStation 2 player. If you know, I used, but I've now got to a point where each system has some ups and downs versus the other. Yeah, some games just, while they're not running at 1080p on the Xbox, they do run better than PS4. And some games on PS4, you know, and PS4's got exclusives, don't get me wrong. You know, but when you actually really count up the exclusives that you play, you're looking at Last of Us, Horizon Zero Dawn, and a few others. Gran Turismo was nowhere near what I expected it to be. I think Forza is a better racing series, but you know, ultimately I'm a gamer. I don't really care about platform. I just want to play the game. And you know, I absolutely, the only reason I just chose Xbox One is because I do dev work. Well, I don't do dev work, but I do beta testing for Xbox. I do some other bits as well. I know that PlayStation offer the same thing, and I've done it once or twice, but the OS improvements that PlayStation did above Xbox only came about because Xbox offered them, like external hard drive support. External hard drive support came about because Xbox did external hard drive support. You know, so, you know, there's little things like that that I think PlayStation hit the ground running, and they just got a big lead because they did the console bit, the base specs right. But I think I think there's just certain things now that Microsoft have done which have just really caught up with that, specs wise, packages wise.
That's a good haul for the Resistance.
But
go us.
They need to innovate more. I mean, Switch seems to have done the. That's a cool punch. I did like that. You know, I think at the moment Switch seems to be the one that's leading the way. Kill everything. Where's the kill everything? I think Switch is pretty much the console at the moment, which is just taking people's breaths away, and it's because of you know, having a base console that's portable as well. You know. that's Nintendo doing what Nintendo do best. I mean, just to show you that, you know, Nintendo sold 10 million consoles
Make them see the hope in your eyes, Guardian.
in a few months. 6 months they sold 10 million. 1/7 of what PlayStation did in 4 years, they did in 6 months. And you know, for Nintendo, that's a pretty incredible feat. Get around them, you know. Public event time. Hey, that's fine. Each to their own. You know.
Guardian, the Fallen are bringing in their armory.
As long as we're playing games and we're supporting the industry that we love.
now.
I just wish they'd stop doing bloody loot boxes. I think it's just a bane and an absolute killer in the industry at the moment.
Look at those caches. They never learn.
Then teach them a new lesson. You may be far beyond the walls, but the city lives within us. Make them see the hope in your eyes, Guardian.
You know, it's just, you know, everyone likes to have a pop at EA over Star Wars Battlefront, but Battlefront was not the problem.
That's all the cannons. You know what that means.
Oh, 1 minute, 1 minute. What? Okay. 1 minute. Lunch hath arrived. Son of a bitch!
Two walkers. How do you like that, Fallen? Oh wait, can't tell you. You're dead.
An extremely successful sortie, as I've come to expect from you. Well done. Again.
I think Call of Duty's compounded that problem. But I don't think it was the start of it. I think they were there, and you know, there were cosmetic items and you could pay for, and it wasn't really, you know, I remember Black Ops 2 had it, and I never ever remember anyone playing Black Ops 2 saying that you've got to get this skin, or you know, it was, you couldn't play a game unless you had this skin, or you know, it was not cool to play the game unless you didn't like this. There was the gold skins from Prestiging, but you know, the very fact that that was just unlocked through progression and Prestiging and just generally doing stuff. I need Lost sector. Oh, well, that's easy enough to do. Yeah, exactly. Free to play. Full price games? No way. No way. It should not be in there. It shouldn't be allowed to be in there. But I think, you know, the one thing that did it was, I think Overwatch normalised it. I think Overwatch normalised it. Overwatch has normalised it, and everyone else has just jumped on the bandwagon, in all honesty. I think Overwatch implemented it in completely the right way, in that it was never going to be something that will either hurt and, you know, everyone, you know, you suddenly get people like EA jumping on the bandwagon, and then they're put into Battlefront 2. Is the bit that screws it up completely. Is that, you know, EA didn't do anything simply. They put it into excess. They thought it was what we all want as gamers, and, you know, it was wrong. Where's the boom boom box? There's a boom boom box around there. There it is. You know, is it the right thing to have? No. Are developers starting to see it? Yep, that it's the wrong thing to have put in. That's the bit I agree with. I think loot crates should be purely cosmetic, and it should have... Where is he? There he is. I think if loot crates are purely cosmetic and they're not part of a collection as well, is that, you know, with Destiny 2 at the moment, the thing that I hate is that they've created all these cool new armors, and to have a full set, it's all in paid DLC bollocks, and it's just, it does my nutting. You know, there was stuff that you could collect from the Eververse store in the original Destiny, but never was it to the point where it's as prolific as it is now. Shimmering Iris. That's pretty cool. You know, it's not as prolific and as bad as it is now. That, let's move some bikes over. Do that with that. We'll put this one here. There we go. This here, and we're also going to put, that's pretty cool, You know, and it's... Sorry, I'm just moving my stuff over in Destiny. There we go. You know, and that's the terrible fact of it, is that, you know, there's... You can't complete a collection in Destiny 2 now, or you can't get all this stuff. You can't even track whether you need to get it. You know, they built a collection game that revolves around collecting things with no way of tracking what you've collected, and no way of tracking if you've got full sets, and then not enough storage space to put it into when you do collect full sets. So you have to constantly decide what you're going to keep and what you're going to track and all that, and it's stupid. Like, don't get me wrong, I understand as well, developers need to make money. You know, we can't just, you know, if someone's going to design a game and then have to do all this DLC, I understand that they're going to need to generate cash to do that, to pay the bills, but don't tell me that Destiny's the best seller. You know, like, Destiny 2 is a brilliant example of fucking it completely up, in all honesty. In the regards of that, you built it's the biggest selling game in the world of 2017. Right? It's outsold everything. The DLC came as a pack for 90 quid. Fine. Okay, so you've bought the DLC. They've already had that money with the base game. And then they released the DLC content, and the DLC content's got nothing in it. And they're having now to address these issues because all the community, this loyal community that we've built up over time, who would sell games on their behalf, now have to justify why people are buying games with no content in. And it's terrible. It's terrible to be. No, I completely agree. But the worst thing is, they're probably going to fix all of it with Destiny. They're definitely going to do it. They will fix everything, and they'll probably get it absolutely perfect, just as they wrap Destiny 2 up. I bet you that the Destiny 2 that we end up with will not be the Destiny 2 that was launched, and then Destiny 3 comes out. It'll be pretty much of the same. Why did you do that? It'll be generally just much of the same, but then they'll have the storyline, and it'll be like, oh, Destiny 3 is going to be the biggest thing since sliced bread because Bungie's learned the lesson, blah 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 blah. Absolutely. The weird thing is, I think that the developers really care about games. Strangely enough, I think the devs that are building them really care, but then I think the publishers, like Activision, you know, I can half imagine that the conversation between Bungie and Activision goes like this: "Hi, we've developed Destiny 2. Great. What's the online store like?" "What do you mean the online store?" No, we'll do what we did last time. We'll sell cosmetic bits through tests." "Yeah, well, that's not really how we do things. We'd like a store that we can make more money off." And I think they were uncomfortably put into... You know, I completely agree that they probably was like, in the end, didn't fight it. But I bet Activision made it really difficult for them to say no. And I think that's a lot of places where the developers end up now, like EA. You know, with Mass Effect Andromeda, did EA make the conscious decision about that? Or was... You know, was BioWare developing something and they went, ooh, sounds like it's going to take a long time to do. You know, we don't want to wait that long, we need a Mass Effect now. Did Microsoft push BioWare into producing it? Exactly. You know, I think that's what's happened with games, is that they've seen the success of Overwatch, but, you know, Blizzard charged 50 quid initially for the game, and have never charged anything since. And all the stuff that's come out has been paid for with microtransactions on cosmetic items in Overwatch. Which is how it should be done. And Blizzard's probably an example of it doesn't work like this all the time. You know, a lot of the guys at work constantly say, like, we don't know how Blizzard makes money. And, you know, we constantly turn around and say we don't know how Blizzard makes money, because, you know, you constantly see stuff like Dishonored, Wolfenstein 2. Oh, God. Dishonored, Wolfenstein 2, you know, they must just have that couple of pies that just keep paying out. You know, probably World of Warcraft and Overwatch. They pay the bills, everything else is just a flight of fancy. And they produce games because they want to. You know, people like Bungie probably want Destiny, the whole ethos of Destiny, to be a lot different. But then they were put into a position where Activision stepped in and said, you know, what's going to be the future plans for making money? What are you going to do for making money? How are you going to make money on top of this? And they were like, well, we've got the store. They were like, yeah, but you're giving too much stuff away in the game, put more stuff in the store. Same with Battlefront 2. You know, yeah, we've got a game, but once people have paid the first person mission, that's it. They're probably going to get rid of it. How do we keep them engaged in multiplayer? I completely agree. I think some of the time frames are ridiculous. You know, you look at some of the games that have come out, and the ones that have been left the longest to brew are the ones that absolutely destroy sales targets. Like, Destiny 2 should never have come out and been the mess that it was.
Again, you'd think they'd know
They
better
had
by
3
now.
years to just take the best bits of everything and just build a new storyline and then just update the engine. Which is running the Call of Duty engine, by the way.
Look at those caches. They never learn.
Then teach them a new
That's the one thing
lesson.
Activision's done, is they've allowed Destiny, Bungie, to just use the engine that comes off the back of COD, which is fine. If it increased production time, but it didn't give us a better game for doing it. Get ready for slowdown. Get ready for slowdown.
That's all mechanics. You know what that means.
Need a boom boom stick. Oh! Haha! Thank you. Right. So come on. What we gotta do now is get my last engram. Ah! Right, we're gonna go and speak to Cade. Major Shaky, what I'm probably going to do is dive off and have a bit of lunch. I'm going to go to the tower and then dive off and have a bit of lunch, and then I'll be straight back on. Because today's my day of rest, and day of rest means I actually get to rest. But yeah, you're absolutely right with COD. Yeah, I think the major difference that they did with COD, they put it onto a 3-year cycle with developers. So, you know, you got to think World War II was in development from Advanced Warfare. So the next one that comes around is going to be a Treyarch game, which they would have been working on since... So Black Ops 2's been out. Black Ops 3. COD World War II. Is Treyarch going to be the next one? Yeah, it probably is. Infinite Warfare. So Black Ops 2... Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare, World War 2. So yeah, the next game is going to be a Treyarch game. So if they've had Treyarch working on something for 3 years, it's got to be Black Ops 4 or a new Black Ops or something like that. And if it's going to be boots on the ground, maybe they do Black Ops Vietnam or something like that, or Call of Duty Vietnam or World at War 4 or Modern Warfare 4 or something like that. But the thing is, I like World War II. The new COD that's out now I actually quite like, because it's just boots on the ground, away you go, no bullshit, get on with it. I like that kind of stuff. I think if you're going to leave futuristic, leave it to Destiny and Halo. There's no point in Star Wars. There's no point doing all the weird stuff. Just make COD what it's good at, and that is just run, shoot, gun, quick kill times, fast reactions, and great maps. I don't know why they try and move so much away from a formula that works. Will do, mate. I will. I promise.
I must admit, Guardian, very curious. Break this in the first place.
Like I said, I'm only going to be off for like an hour. I mean, it's nothing major. I'm just going to be off for a little bit. Let's see what useless piece of tack Cade's going to give me now.
Good work out there in the wilds.
I actually got an exotic. .304 be 309, so we'll infuse that into there. That's a 304 plus 5 make that 309, so that's a bit pointless at the moment, so we get better drops. But oh my god, 304 plus 5. Yeah. Switch out to better devils. I need half decent rocket launcher now.
Mars, you thought the Cabal weren't messing around on Earth.
I will do, buddy. I'll just wrap up this stuff in the tower and then I'm going to get off. What was that? My skate locks are 310. What's this one? Is that a 310? Because it's... Hold on a minute. This could be quite important now. Has this one got... Oh, good damn it. It's a 305. Let's save that for someone else. What are these? What are these? 321. Hell yeah. What are these? The Tucker thing. Anti-extinction. Lucky Pants. Orpheus Rig. So, what's that one? I'm going to move these. And these over to here.
Transfer.
So what level are these? 315s. Oh, that's a better gloves than that. 290s, 294s, 290, 285s, 304s. Did I not have better gloves? Cheers, buddy. Thank you. It's been really good talking to you too. It's actually nice to actually talk to someone during the day. Usually it can get pretty lonely in here when you just... I'll take that to 310. That's fine. But I really enjoy talking to people because I just think it makes the day so much better. They are awful. The Jade Rabbit ones. What's the... It's all about mobility. Okay, I'm still at 311. I've got hypermobility. I put a shader on them. I can't stand the purple. What do they look like? Did that not change? It has been awesome, dude. And I like I said, once I've it really is very hard to get people to come and watch. Especially when there's other... Yep, so many people are playing it, and you know the other disadvantage is that there's other bigger streamers out there that like playing it as well. You know, luckily that a lot of people have been put off by it recently, and that's not stopped me. And oh, sorry if that made a loud bang. It's not stopped me, and it never will. I like Destiny, and you know they've not made the right choices, but you know people are being a bit harsh with them at the moment. What have I got on? Rocking Elsewhere. I do think people are being a bit harsh with them at the minute, and sorry, buddy. Let me just... Which one's that one? I'll do that and go in there. And for me, it's a case of
Received.
you just got to keep it timed. Destiny 1 was exactly the same. So why don't I pop that 303 in there? Yeah, that's probably the best thing to do. Oh my god, we're being stupid. Oh, knobber.
Perhaps a barter.
And you know, there's bigger streamers, and you know, I don't expect miracles. You know, I know people who are gonna try and want to watch the very best that they can, and you know, I'm not bothered by that. I enjoy doing. Has that got a purple on it? Has that got a mod? That has got a mod. Is that the one I've just got? Has this one got a mod on it? That one's got a mod on it as well. I just enjoy playing it. So why don't we drop that into Radon Flux? get this wrapped up, and I can get off. Otherwise, I'm gonna miss out on stuff and donuts. I had stuff and donuts. I had donuts specifically. Gotta have lunch. I think my daughter's up as well, so.
This is the season of the dawning. Ah, I refuse to allow us to come this close to victory and fail. Sagira's sacrifice has to mean something. You know where Panoptes waits, as does Osiris. He will try to fight it on his own, and without our help, he will die. And without Sagira, only she could open the gateway. She was our key. Osiris may have taught me everything he knew
on my way.
about being a warlock. But that's not
I'll take that
everything
one.
I know. Strike with precision, Hunter.
We delivered a yes. District. They're expensive. Have to be shipped in outside.
What else did I have to do? I've done Cade. I've done Ikora. That's the mission. Why does Ikora want to talk to me again?
What do you seek?
Nothing really, love. Bit of a banter.
Hunt well.
Okay, it's yours.
Is the Christmas tree up? Yeah, there it is.
Hey, Guardian. My brother runs the opera down there.
Right, fella. Well, I'm going to get off. I'm going to go back. I'm going to close this down properly. Major Shaky, it's been an absolute pleasure, chap. I will look at that once I've had my lunch. And I will obviously drop an invite. Well, I'll respond to your links and the invites, and it's down to up to you then. If you want to accept me to it, hopefully I've done the right job. But mate, drop me a PSN invite. It's damned underscore. I think it's damned underscore profit on PSN. I think, if I remember right. Can't remember. Yeah, it's damned underscore profit, buddy. Just add me up. But all that leaves me to say, fellas, thank you very much. Thanks very much for being part of the stream. I am going to just pop off for about an hour and then I'll be back on. Alright? I'll see you all very, very, very soon. Have much fun.
Cryptographers are never known by name, only by quality.
You win!